Waddle, waddle. What to do, bedtime crew? What's up, man? You waste of space. Where's the cost of it? I'm just existing. I'll do videos when I want to. Did you see the Ilia stuff? What about you? Got to be a bit more specific than that. Many waddle away, waddle, waddle. See Arman chasing the duck? Arman Tsarukyan. The UFC have told Ilia Topuria you're not next. They have told you that you are not next. Everyone in the industry is very aware that you are not next for a title shot because you nearly ruined an entire event and ruined the entire fabric and time-space continuum of the lightweight and featherweight and welterweight divisions all at once because you pulled out a day before a fight. Fight a opponent first. Pimblett, please. October, thank you. Arrivederci. Annoying ass fucking jit, bro. Pissing me off, Arman Tsarukyan, dude. Ilia literally said they're talking about Gaethje or they're talking about Pimblett. They're not talking about you. It's not Ilia's choice who he defends against. It's the UFC's and you're not it. Stop being a fucking bitch. Pissing me off. Rip Hulk Hogan. Thank you for the $2, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 1 gifted membership, Steph Guthier. Guru, will you cry when RDR retires Bobby Knuckles? I may be upset about this, yes. There's a good chance I'll be upset. Arman was back up, though. Oh! Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realize he was back up. Oh, so I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize that Arman made weight as a backup opponent. Oh, well, now everything's fixed. No. Fight someone you haven't competed in the octagon for a year and 4 months. Do something. Do your fucking job. And fight someone. For fuck's sake. Thank you for the 20 months of membership. Is there a world where Derek Lewis somehow gets a title shot? Also, keep up the great work, Guru. Can't wait for you versus Shamil at the White House. There's not going to be me versus Shamil at the White House. Derek Lewis somehow gets a title shot? No, not now. In the future, maybe if he knocks out Curtis Blades in a rematch next, which is likely and could happen, then we could run that. The clip of the Nelk boys joking about Ilia meeting his wife in Miami made me cringe so hard my skin crawled. I'd never show my face near him again. Thank you for the $5. I know, yeah. Turns out you can't find your wife in Miami, huh? And then Ilia went, what? Who said this? Who? Well, maybe you go to Miami, you party, but there's a different people there. Who said this? What does that mean? Everybody's whole... Dude, Ilia turned the whole room dead quiet, you know. Dead quiet. The second that they said that, the whole room went fucking silent like crazy. It was weird. Where did Arman say this? Arman's been talking about Ilia being a dark and he wants to fucking fight. And dude, Arman, fight an opponent and get a title shot and hype us up. It's pissing me off, man. He's been out of there for a year and 3 months sitting on his fucking ass. You pulled out of your last fight, man. Do a fucking fight and show up. Impression of BJ Penn finding wires under his skin. Thank you for the $2. I knew it. Their veins, yeah. Impression of Bully Aspinall bullying seagulls with bicarbonate of soda. I just fucking given this so fucking seagull bicarbonate of soda. Ho ho. Thank you for the $5. Do you still think Bo Nickel beats Aliskarov? Don't know why I'm asking, but just a random question. No. Thank you for the $5. Hi, I'm Justin Gaethje. I'm demanding an undeserved title shot. I'm also open that if I fluke a win, I'm going to sit out for 8 months until July. I know. He said that as well, dude. Something about Gaethje and Arman, they're going out fucking sad. And you know what, chat? Yes or no? Is Arman managed by Ali Abdulaziz? Did you see Paulo's Twitter post yesterday? I did. I wanted to share it, but then I realized what country I was in, and I thought, yeah, maybe not. But yeah, I did see Paulo's Twitter post yesterday, dude. He's egging on MMA Guru Paulo meme reaction video. He's making it happen. Did you see the Strickland clip at the local MMA event? Yeah, fucking years ago, yeah. Months ago, yeah. He jumped in the cage and tried to fight some dude in the cage, and now he's suspended. So there you go. Adesanya's going to have to fight someone else. Can't wait to see the crash out of John Jones next June when he realizes he ain't fighting at the White House. That is going to be a fucking dream scenario. A dream scenario. Thoughts on Rich Franklin? Seemed like a legit all-star. Nah, he was a history teacher. He was literally a history teacher while fighting in the UFC, so no. If Whittaker loses, I'm going to shit my pants and walk around for the whole day without doing anything about it. Thank you for the $5 Australian. There's a lot on the line here, it seems. Impression of Ilia saying, but why are you saying that? I've seen the clip, dude. So fucking scary. Thank you for the $5. I mean, I could do a reaction to the clip here. Ilia Topuria and the Nelk Goys, as the internet has deemed them. I want to find the exact clip of him getting mad at them. There's no reaction to it, dude. The clip's all cut up all over the place. It's a fucking pointless thing to do. I'm just watching it in silence. Fuck it. Alright, guys. Yeah, thank you for the 3. Sup, Julius. The street's been saying Ilia kissed the wall. So you also, well, he's succeeding in the UFC and getting everything his way, so I wouldn't be surprised. Sup, Julius Street saying Ilia kissed the wall. So you've seen Netanyahu say he prefers Burger King over McDonald's. And Steiny said that's your worst take. It's actually not even a bad take. At least not in Europe. Burger King over McDonald's is not even a bad take at all. So, you know what? Netanyahu's actually a fucking G for that. I'm joking now. DDP will win because I fraud-checked Khamzat on UFC 5. Good. That makes, yeah. I'm glad that you did that in preparation. Heard Salim is a fan. He's not welcome here. Okay. Impression of Jake Paul upset he never got to fight Hogan. I don't know what Hogan. I don't understand Hogan. I don't get that. Thank you for the $2. Have you woke up in a steaming mood yet? Yeah, every day. Have you seen KO King of the Streets? Yes, but not. I don't watch it religiously. I've just seen some highlights. RDR had an interview with DJ. He is cursed to lose. No, this time it won't be that way. Was watching Piotr Jan versus Dodson at work today. Pretty good scrap. Dude, it was good. And Jan was grabbing him by the hair while beating his ass as well. Crazy. I was debating my Albanian employer on Jones's legacy, and he wouldn't budge no matter my arguments. PED's bad comp until I revealed concrete evidence of homosexuality, and he instantly hit a 180. I wonder who this... I wonder. Thank you for the $10. Dude, once the gay stuff dropped, a lot of people jumped off board the John Jones train, you know? But it was good that, you know, your employee or your employer took time out from kidnapping Liam Neeson's kids to have this discussion with you. Thank you for the $1, Miguel Ches. Something. Who do you think is the bigger meat? Thank you for the $5. Brazil, my brood. Sham. Yuri Autistic Ninja Warrior for the win. Dude, Yuri out here graduating university. Who would have seen that one coming? Real quick. Easy stuff. New fights. Check Big Marcel. I'm on it. Why is Karolina Kowalkiewicz still signed in the UFC? You're paying her a lot of money for nothing. Literally fucking nothing. Ateba Gutierrez, quick turnaround. Ozzy Diaz. But, dude, what the fuck? Another fucking can fight for Ateba Gutierrez. Stop feeding Ateba Gutierrez the weakest people on the roster back to back to back. Are you fucking joking me? Ozzy Diaz. They've literally fed Ateba. You know what? I'm done. He's not a prospect to me anymore until he fights someone good. Fuck it. Done with him. I was hyped up for a moment, but no, I'm done. Don't care. Protected our career, dude. Can't wait for him to lose. Thank you for the $2. Impression of Connor on how he would beat Ilia Topuria. Just slap that bleeding nose off him, yeah? What about Sonic Burger? I forgot about Sonic Burger. I do have to try sometime. The great Sonic Burger. I don't think I could die happy if I haven't tried a Sonic Burger. But I'm seeing Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius, or Jazdavicius. UFC Vancouver. Wow. Shocking. Amazing. Hulk Hogan died, mate. Oh, another one drops. Oh, that's what I just saw. I just saw some fucking black dude like crying about it on Twitter because he said some racist shit. When was Hulk Hogan born? I was wondering what that was. You just this black dude crying about it on Twitter, that how affected they were by Hulk Hogan's words. I didn't even realize. When was he born? 1953. He had a good run. 71 years. What, bro said some racist shit in the 70s? Ooh, shiver me timbers, dude. Thank you for the $2. McGill Chair, appreciate you. Impression of Joe Rogan getting R-worded by a bear. They're just a ball of muscle. God, bring up that video of me being pegged by a bear, Jamie. An Albanian not caring about the crimes of Jones, but hating him for the homosexuality antics is extremely on brand. I know, yeah. That's very, very true. Classic Albanian move. But if you tell him that John Jones was selling drugs at some point, then he's right back on board. You know what I'm saying? Impression of McGregor sending Ian Gary a voice message of what he's going to do to Ian's wife. Oh, yeah, Sean O'Malley was sending me voice messages the other day. Impression of McGregor sending Ian Gary a voice message. And it's going to be the greatest cock your wife has ever seen. And I'm going to make you balance on the end of it. Thank you for the 5. Thoughts on Frank Mir's daughter wanting to fight Brock Lesnar's daughter to finish their dad's trilogy? Sign us up, dude. That sounds like a fucking battle of the ages. What do you think of Mixed Martial Academic? I think he's cool. We were supposed to do a documentary a while ago, but it all broke down. I'm worried about this documentary he's doing on me because he says I'm some kind of industry plant, so it could be a massive flop. But hopefully he's nice. We'll see. Just tuned in. Why You Angry 5. Imagine Coldplay catching Guru and Nina on the screen. That would never happen. Thoughts on Yuri's next fight? I like the Khalil Roundtree fight. I wonder what they're doing with Carlos Ulberg, but maybe they got something planned in Perth with him. But I don't know. Thank you for the $2. I'm intrigued by Yuri versus Roundtree, of course. It's an epic fight. Impression of Dana and John trying to get in the wardrobe while Connor is lifting. Come on, Connor, let us in. It's our alone time. Thank you for the fire. $10. Owen, if Whittaker loses, I might cry and it will ruin my whole weekend. Also, thoughts on the Nelk boys losing all credibility for a Netanyahu interview and having Nick Fuentes telling them how fucked up that was? We're truly in a simulation, dude. Nelk boys getting cancelled for a Netanyahu interview and bringing on Nick Fuentes to save them from cancellation. It's happening, boys. It's all happening, boys. No problem having Nick Fuentes on. But, hey, Netanyahu, leader of Israel, get cancelled, bitch. Have Nick Fuentes on and you'll be all right. What a weird world we're in right now, dude. It changed so quickly. It's great. Thank you for the $10. I don't really care that they interviewed Netanyahu, though. They just, yeah, I mean, it's a big interview for them. And this is big controversy. And they're just going to do that anyway. It doesn't really matter. There's no bad press, is there? They probably knew that they were going to get fucking roasted for it, but just did it anyway. Thank you for the $5. If you have DDP beating Khamzat, who do you have beating DDP eventually? I think a Mavov could. Thank you for the $5. I think a Mavov's got a really nasty style to do it. So that's who. Or Reina Derrida himself. In a goofy on goofy matchup. You dig? I don't know what he's doing. You're all fucking witches. Hear me out. UFC Spain, Ilia versus Islam, Merab versus Pantoja. Sounds good. Sounds very good. I don't know why they'd put Merab and Pantoja on there, but that does sound good. But no. In fact, no. Fucking dog shit old Spain ain't getting 2 of those fights. Fuck off. That ain't happening. Sorry. Spain ain't getting that. Spain can get Ilia Gaethje or some shit. They ain't getting Ilia versus Makhachev in Spain. Fuck off. Sorry. What the fuck has Spain done for the past 20 years? Fuck off. Thank you for the $2. Prime Gus versus Alex 205. Sure. Alex would win. Remember, you can't spell Jew without you. Okay. Impression of Chael mesmerized by the belly of Gaethje. I just can't stop looking at his belly. I really can't. I really, really can't. Will the Nelk boys ever get another interview with the Dagestanis after interviewing Netanyahu? There's no way they are going back to Dagestan. I don't know. Like they're partnered up with the UFC, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah, I think it would just go on like nothing. Everyone's acting like they've got a huge problem with it, but they'll just keep going. And they'll just keep doing interviews. And the UFC will keep getting them interviews. They're working with the UFC. You think they're not going to get any other UFC fighters from this? Bryce Mitchell will probably be their next guest. How do you think Aspinall would match up against Ankaleav if Ank won and moved up to heavyweight? Much love, Guru. Aspinall would beat him. I reckon Aspinall would quite easily beat him and outmuscle him. If you give a physicality advantage over Ankaleav, which is rare at light heavyweight, I think he would be in some deep shit. But it would be worrying, but Ankaleav just don't have respect to get. He doesn't have the power to get respect off Tom like that, you know. So Lemina Nelk stream said you're his favourite journalist. Well, there you go, dude. I'm infiltrating Nelk from within. We're going to be best friends soon, dude. And then I'll be interviewing Netanyahu with them. And I'll ask him the crazy questions, like what does he prefer, KFC or Wendy's? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't know. I mean, he might have a horrible take on it. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Mikey Mushemi not wanting to show Connor's lifting weights. Pick to anyone else in BJJ class. Nobody gets to see this but me. This is going to go on the inside of my locker. Could Mikey Mushemi beat anyone at all in the UFC? No. Did you see the Nelk boys clip of them saying wow to Ilia's wife being from Miami and him getting offended? Crazy, dude. Crazy. I know what they were trying to say, but I don't think they realized like it wasn't. Because they probably like rip into each other's girlfriends and relationships and stuff like that. But that's Ilia's wife that he's really committed to now. He's in too deep. So you can't just be chucking around jokes like that in front of the internet. You know what I mean? Maybe if he said it while it was just him and Ilia off camera, he would have been okay with it. But I think Ilia paused, realized what they said in front of like the stream, and realized that he was kind of being the butt of the joke. Because he delayed reacted to it. You know what I mean? But they were kind of suggesting that she was from the streets, at least. In a way. And then Ilia just hit him with that one-liner. They all went dead silent. It was crazy. And you know what, yeah? Either all the Nelk boys are pretty small, or Ilia's like weirdly big for how short he is. I don't know how he was mogging every single one of them, despite being shorter than all but Steiner. It was a weird video. Just finished wrestling. Sup. Very funny. Impression. I'm sorry about Aussie. I know that's like the UK's two-pack. Not really. I mean, I'm upset about it, but I don't really think about it too much. It's just like, oh, Ozzy Osbourne's in my fucking recommended again, you know what I mean? He's trending. I don't know. I don't really care. What the fuck happened to Jan Blachowicz? Just disappeared. He's old, man. And he lost to Allberg, and that was a pretty forgettable fight, even though he should have won it. But yeah. Do you think Reyes might fight Hill or Allberg? The one Reyes doesn't fight faces Rakic? Yeah. Not Hill. No, Hill is not going in there with a Dominic Reyes right now. Allberg might be the one, yeah. Thank you for the 5. And then they do Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. Hello, Alicia. There you go. Northants. Sam Mayer is so amazing, it's crazy. Thanks for your time, Piggy. Okay. I don't know what that is. Netanyahu, a literal war criminal with millions of kids' blood on his hands. Where you're born, shouldn't allow yourself to not show compassion to that. What are we saying? Netanyahu, a literal war criminal, like most other presidents in the world, though. But I get it that he's doing it blatantly en masse. Millions of kids' blood on his hands. Welcome to the club. Where you're born, shouldn't allow yourself to not show compassion to that evil. Yeah, I agree. Every group of people deserves their own land, and you can't just move a group of people into somewhere, no matter how like historically wronged they've been. You can't just move a group of people into someone else's land and start outnumbering the local population and start mistreating them. It's just not allowed. Everyone should have their own place. Free Palestine and free every city in Europe. Thank you for the $2, Daniel Walsh. Is Bryce the final solution to Marab? Yes. Yes, he is. Somehow Bryce is going to submit Merab. Yeah, I see it. Bedtime MMA thinks Prime Habib would have the best chance to beat Ilia in lightweight. He's the style to do it, but I can so see him getting chinned. But he is the style to do it. Because it's just aggressive wrestling, forcing it. But dude, McGregor scrambled it pretty well, and Ally Quinter, I reckon Ilia would fucking chin him. You know? I actually think Ilia being a little shorter and stockier would be tricky for Habib. Impression of Dana hearing well after Vosgroen sleeps him. What? I can hear something crazy. However, Vosgroen laughs. There you go. Impression of Dustin evicting Chandler and his family. This is my house. I give it a 5. There you go. I give it a 5. She, man, you don't put us out on the street, man. If you go to 128.09, Slim starts. I've seen the clip. People have sent me the clip online, yeah. And I think they've mentioned me before as well on like a golf video. People keep sending me stuff. So, dude, I'm just a fucking big deal. This is what you guys seem to not understand, is that I'm just a huge fucking deal. You know what I mean? Stop sending me the fucking AI guru videos on Instagram. Please. I'm sick of it. It annoys me. To be honest, I feel like Ilia probably just took it as disrespect, whether the camera was there or not. I get it, but you could see that he paused and realized they're clowning me on the stream right now. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a pause and realize, oh, wait, that was kind of a disrespectful thing. He kind of paused and went, oh, no, I've got to check them for this. You know, like right now. You know? So it's definitely like, oh, no, he had to make sure to address it because that was a sneaky one that they tried to get past him, you know? Thanks for the shout out on X. Went from 4 to 300 followers. No problem. Thank you for the 2. What's the better fight? Ilia's wife's probably from the streets. All right, well, let's not assume. She might not be. What's the better fight? Topuria versus Islam or Topuria JDM? Topuria Islam. It's just the build-up's there for it, you know what I mean? Starved Kid's okay, but how dare they censor YouTube? I know, dude. Thank you for the $2. It's pathetic. Yes or no? BMF title fights should be at £165. Sure. No, they shouldn't at all. Silly, dumb idea. Thoughts on Roundtree crying on JRE about ankaleav talking crap? Crying? He wasn't crying about it, was he? I didn't see him crying about it. Maybe he cried about it. I don't know. I don't know if he cried about it or not. So he didn't. Okay, so no, it didn't happen. Pointless. Thank you for the $5. I swear Maniz was getting threats against his life, against Ikram. They was tit for tat. Then he got hit with a jab he seen coming. With a jab that he seen coming, looked at him and covered up. Yeah, Maniz was like a fucking... He folded and like gave up against Ikram Aliskerov. It was fucking wild. Ikram Rat Liskarov fighting Yun Yong Park. Let's go Iron Turtle. I've got Ikram Aliskarov, but I would like the Iron Turtle to pull it off. But I don't think he will, man. Woo Pig Suey is the Arkansas version of Roll Tide. Okay, that makes sense, actually. Perfect. Aussie once unalived 17 cats. Don't feel bad. No, what did he do? Thank you for the $5. I heard he unalived 1 bat as well of 17 cats. Didn't Rakic versus... Maybe he did the cats to swallow the bat. I don't know. Didn't Rakic versus Mirzakhanov just get announced? Well, there you go. Thank you for the $5. I told you. I knew it. I called it to happen. I knew it was going to happen. His last KO loss was in 2017 too. True. You say that, but what about America? What fucking let America get mixed up and go to shit, mate. Not Europe, man. It's our home. Impression of Dana's mother scolding him to fight announcements. Dana, we've got to do the fucking fight announcements. What? I don't want to fucking do them, all right? All right. I'll fucking announce Aspinall versus Gane. What's up, folks? Big Tom Aspinall versus number 1 contender. Yeah. This is the one. Get off my fucking back. That's how Dana laughs. Thank you very much for the 5. Piggy, please sing for me. No, I'm not singing for you, dude. Soon AI Guru will be more popular than real Guru. Dude, I'm coding an AI right now with one of my friends to do this. It's just my shoulders, my face, low quality. And I can just reenact the way I would react to questions. And then you won't be able to tell when I've eventually no longer streaming anymore. I could even do an AI fight companion with all of my quotes and sayings. That's the plan. Why does every other MMA creator just parrot your takes like 2 hours after you post them? I mean, they are often just the takes to have. But I kind of, I don't know. They don't. Sometimes I'd make videos after they do, and they do other videos. I mean, what else? They can't be copying me for doing prediction videos or reaction videos to fight announcements or, you know? Thank you for the 5. There are consensus right takes to have, and I think they have them. I just kind of like set the foundation for MMA YouTube, I think. So it seems like they're copying me, when in reality, this is just the way that it is. Piggy, please sing for me. I don't know. I think Ilia is great, but I do think he is beatable on the feet. He is not perfect. He isn't. But I don't think a grappler is the way, but a great rangy striker. I think a powerful striker is the way. But I don't think it's gaethje, because I don't think he has the technique for it. Guru, I think you stand out from other MMA YouTubers because you're funny as fuck. Thank you, man, but don't say it or I won't be. You can't be aware of it. You have to act like it isn't the case, you know. But thank you for the $5. Second City Saint. Without Craig Jones, BJJ has no chance to get big. True. Thank you for the $2. How do you have more subscribers than Ariel and people want to still act like they don't know who you are? Ariel's been around for longer, though. They've probably met Ariel in real life, but I think I'm shunned by the UFC. They would have reached... If the UFC didn't hate my existence, I would have been involved in the sport somehow by now. You know? Maybe if I didn't post the John Jones videos and stuff after they brought me onto the Countdown episodes. People forget, man. MMA Guru used to be in Countdown episodes. I used to be in Countdown episodes way back when. Some people forget, man. The memes have finally brought up Ilia never fights anyone in their prime. And I've been saying this for a minute. Paddy and him haven't fought anyone in their prime. Because people suddenly aren't in their prime when they lose to him. Holloway just had a stellar performance against Poirier. Before that, he knocked out Gaethje in one of his best performances of his career. But the second he got knocked out by Ilia, he wasn't in his prime. Even though for the first 2 rounds, Holloway looked on fire in the Ilia fight. Suddenly, he's not in his prime. Volkanovski loses to Ilia. Bad situation for him to take the fight. Just came back and beat Diego Lopez. He's the reigning champion, and most of you would pick him to beat every contender at featherweight. He lost. He's not in his prime. He won. He's back in his prime. Day. Oh, he lost again. He's not in his prime again. That was when he wasn't in his prime because you beat him. But if he would have beaten you, he would have been in his prime. If Holloway reclaimed the featherweight title and beat Ilia, he'd be in his prime. Shut the fuck up. And pussy ass fucking fans, dude. This guy's knocking out all your boys. Get over it. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $2. Ilia sending Steiny flying was funny. Dude, I actually respect that he kept getting back up, though, because he got dropped a few times there. Like, some decent knockdowns. But Ilia was, like, impact knocking him down. I don't think he was concussing him. It didn't look like he was. Impression of Volk trying to tame Dan Hooker like he's a wild dog. Volk trying to tame Dan Hooker like he's a wild dog. There's he. Go away. Shoo. Go and do your backyard fights or something, eh? Honey, get a fucking peanut butter or